Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, your host, and joining me is Alara Sky. Today we're looking at how something as simple as gardening might offer one of the most powerful natural ways to preserve brain health as we age. Research shows that tending a garden can provide cognitive benefits that go beyond what we get from exercise alone.
That's right, Ethan. A nearly 80-year study from Scotland found that older adults who gardened regularly had better memory and thinking scores than those who didn't, even after accounting for factors like education, income, and overall physical activity. Gardening, it turns out, activates multiple brain regions in ways that help build what researchers call cognitive reserve.
Let's begin by breaking down why gardening is more than just a relaxing hobby. It's actually a mental workout. This long-term Scottish study followed people from childhood through late adulthood. By the time participants reached their late 70s, those who gardened consistently had a cognitive edge. And this wasn't just due to moving their bodies. It was the planning, creativity, and decision-making involved.
Exactly. Gardening requires you to remember schedules, observe plant health, solve problems, and adapt to seasonal changes. That combination of mental tasks stimulates the brain in a unique way. Unlike repetitive forms of exercise, gardening engages memory, logic, and spatial awareness simultaneously. It's a dynamic environment that demands attention and ongoing problem-solving.
Let's look at how gardening challenges the brain specifically. First, there's memory and focus. Daily gardening routines, watering in the morning, harvesting in the evening, pruning at specific times, all require recall. These repeated patterns train the memory consistently.
Then there's planning and decision-making. Choosing which plants to grow, where to place them for optimal sunlight, and how to rotate crops seasonally all use executive function. That's the brain's ability to plan, organize, and execute tasks. It keeps the mind active in a very hands-on way.
You also have sensory stimulation, the textures of soil, the smell of herbs, the changing colors of flowers. These rich sensory inputs activate multiple brain areas. They help sharpen focus and improve mood. Sensory experiences like these are vital for maintaining an alert, responsive nervous system.
And stress reduction plays a major role. Gardening has been shown to lower cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. Spending time outdoors in natural sunlight and among greenery helps regulate the nervous system, which in turn supports clearer thinking and better emotional balance.
Now, let's talk about long-term protection. This same Scottish study showed that gardening didn't just correlate with higher cognitive performance at age 79, it was also associated with greater gains in mental ability from childhood through old age. That's a significant insight.
Yes, and it introduces the concept of cognitive reserve. The more reserve you build over your life through mentally challenging activities like gardening, the more protected you are against age-related cognitive decline. Even if aging eventually affects brain function, people with higher cognitive reserve tend to maintain better function for longer.
Interestingly, the benefits of gardening held up regardless of participants' income, education level, or general physical activity. That means gardening is accessible and effective for a broad range of people. It's not limited by financial or academic resources.
And perhaps most importantly, it's never too late to start. Participants who began gardening in their 70s still saw meaningful cognitive benefits. That's because the act of engaging the brain continues to make an impact even later in life.
Another key point from the study: while gardening didn't necessarily slow down the rate of cognitive decline after age 79, those who gardened started out with higher mental performance. That head start offered a buffer, what researchers refer to as preserved differentiation.
It means even if everyone declines at the same rate, gardeners begin from a stronger position. That's important because it can mean more years of clear thinking, independence, and quality of life. Starting a garden later in life still provides a meaningful mental return.
How can someone get started if they've never gardened before? The good news is, no experience is necessary. You don't need a large yard or expensive equipment. Even growing herbs on a windowsill is beneficial.
A few practical tips. First, start small. Container gardens are easy to manage, and herbs like basil or mint grow quickly and offer both sensory and culinary rewards. Second, choose plants that are meaningful to you. A flower from your childhood or a vegetable your family loves can deepen the emotional connection and increase motivation.
It's also helpful to track your progress. Keeping a garden journal where you log what you planted, when it sprouted, and how you felt that day creates structure. It reinforces routine, encourages self-reflection, and provides a sense of accomplishment.
And lastly, build a routine. Spend about 15 minutes each morning tending to your plants in natural light. Set small weekly goals, like planting a new herb or watering a specific section. Introduce elements like wind chimes or bird feeders to engage your hearing, creating a richer sensory environment.
There are also social benefits. Community gardens and gardening clubs offer connection and support, which further enhances brain health. Social interaction is known to reduce the risk of dementia and supports mental clarity through communication.
Time in nature also matters. Green space exposure has been linked with lower anxiety and better concentration. Gardening gives direct access to those benefits without needing to go far. Even a patio or balcony can become a productive space.
Gardening provides a sense of purpose as well. Watching a plant grow brings structure to the day and offers something to look forward to. That creates emotional resilience and a stronger sense of well-being, especially for those living alone or transitioning into retirement.
It's also being recognized more widely in clinical settings. Gardening is now part of what's called social prescribing, where health professionals recommend lifestyle activities, like gardening, instead of defaulting to medication for issues like stress or mild depression.
And there are simple ways to get involved right now. Join a local gardening club, visit a community garden, or even gift a plant to someone and share care tips. These small actions help create a culture around gardening that benefits everyone.
To summarize, gardening supports the brain through memory engagement, decision-making, sensory stimulation, and emotional regulation. It's a full-spectrum activity that nurtures both mind and body, and it doesn't require perfection. Just start with one plant.
The science is clear. Gardening helps maintain mental sharpness, even into advanced age. And unlike complex health routines, it's accessible, enjoyable, and deeply rewarding. Whether you're trimming herbs in a kitchen window or building raised beds in the backyard, you're supporting your cognitive health.
So plant something today. Your brain will thank you for it tomorrow.
That wraps up this episode of Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster.
And I'm Alara Sky. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.